Streaming to 0 viewers is nothing to be embarrassed about. It's something that we all must do. I myself, I've done it, and I did it not long ago. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from. Even the largest content creators and streamers in the world at some point started with 0 viewers. And it's something that you're gonna have to do if you're gonna take this seriously. And I hope you're here because you want to take this seriously. If you're not, this is probably the wrong place for you. Because today, we're gonna go over some of the things that you could do right now when you have 0 viewers to prepare yourself for when you have 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 viewers in your stream. We're gonna go over what you can do right now to prepare for when that happens. If you'd like to jump directly to those sections, there's going to be timestamps down in the description. Also, underneath this video, you are going to have chapters that you can click on, because in the meantime, I'd like to go over exactly who I am and why I'm doing this channel. Well, let's start by saying hello. My name's Matthew. Some of you might know me by my Twitch handle or my main channel here on YouTube, Mr. Fox and Socks. My main channel here on YouTube, I am mainly a Minecraft YouTuber, as well as over on Twitch, I'm a variety streamer at twitch.tv/Mr. Fox and Socks. So not long ago, my son Ambro and I were sitting down and we were going over some of my past streams, and Ambro brought up to me that I've really started receiving quite a bit of questions while I'm streaming, as well as over on YouTube and in my Discord, on how I can help somebody in their stream, or if I'd be willing to help somebody for that matter, and answer questions like, what kind of audio do I use? What's my microphone? What software do you use to edit? You know, all these different things. So me and Ambro were sitting down and we decided, hey, why not create a channel? That way we can just say, hey, look, I made a video on this and we can point people over to it. So that's what we did. If you guys would like to come check out Ambro and myself over on my stream, you're more than welcome to. Hey Ambro, can you put my links right down here in the description? Thanks, bud. We'll see you over there. So now it's time in the video where we jump right in and we start going over some of the great things that you could do right now to help grow your channel. And let's jump into my first tip. Stop playing oversaturated games. And what I mean by oversaturated games are games like Valorant, Fortnite, Apex Legends. These games are so oversaturated that it's going to be near impossible these days for anyone to actually come and find you, because you have some of the main streamers and major players on the platform streaming the same thing. And of course, people are going to go watch them before they're going to watch you with your 0 to 1 or 2 players. Now, that also gets me to the point of saying, don't play something that you don't like or you're not going to enjoy just because it's not oversaturated with other people. You have to find something that you enjoy. And to do that, sometimes we have to look at those specific analytics so that we can find something that is not oversaturated, as well as something that we will also enjoy. On the same note, if you are, let's say, a Minecraft player and you are trying to transition and go from one of the smaller games that we were just talking about to a larger game, you don't necessarily want to do that if, let's say, you have 15, 20 followers and they've always been here with you when you have been, say, a Minecraft player. If you switch over to play something else like Valhalla or Valheim or, you know, Valorant or Monster Hunter Rise or any of the other ones, those people are here for you more than likely for your Minecraft content and not for the other content, at least not when you're starting your stream out. You really want to make sure that you're just being as consistent as possible for your viewers when you have that smaller channel. That way they can grow and they can end up liking your channel for you and your personality and what you bring to the channel, as opposed to necessarily the game you're playing. So in the future, as you start transitioning and doing other games, maybe games you might like a little bit more, games that are more popular, games that more people are watching, people are transitioning with you going to those larger games, as opposed to wherever you go, they're going to stick with the games that you played. Just make sure to remember that if you're going to be streaming with no viewers. You don't want to be streaming with oversaturated games if you're trying to grow. Now, one specific thing that I wanted to go over is something that a lot of people have talked about, and some people don't look kindly on it, but there's a couple reasons why I'm going to get into this. Now, if you have any family members or friends that you can get to watch you while you're streaming, that is going to help you drastically, because if you have 0 viewers and 0 viewers are watching you, that is completely different than if you have 4 or 5 people watching you. And it doesn't have to be your entire family, just a couple members. Let's say your mom is sitting around and she just wants to watch something. Just say, hey mom, you want to watch me a little bit and see what I'm doing? Or a couple of your friends, hey guys, come check me out. And that's going to do a lot for you, mainly because when you're streaming to 4 or 5 people, you're actually interacting, you're communicating with them, you're playing the game on your monitor and on your screen, and also looking at chat and learning how to interact with both of them at the same time. So that's going to help you personally as you're trying to grow your channel, because if you have 0 people, next thing you know you have 15 or 20, you're not really knowing how to do both things at this point. But if they're family and friends, these are people that they're okay with you screwing up or for you focusing a little too much on your game and not over on your chat. They're okay with you coming and seeing them once every couple minutes, or let's say it is like Bed Wars on Minecraft. You're playing your whole game, you're focused, and then when the game's done, you can look over. You can kind of get more comfortable with that. In addition to you being benefited from that, as far as you personally, your channel also benefits from that too, because if you're having 4 or 5 people, someone's a lot more likely to come click on your name if you have those 4 or 5 people in your channel than if you're just streaming to nobody. People are going to see that as, oh, well, there's probably a reason why they have 0 people in your channel. Now, that's not saying that there's actually a reason, but that's how people tend to look at it, especially on a platform that's very difficult to be found like Twitch. Now, the controversial part of that is I get a lot of people when I suggest to them to get a couple family members or a couple friends together to watch their stream to kind of get you a little bit looser, or to get the people that I suggested it to a little bit looser. They come back with, well, I'm embarrassed, or I'm ashamed to show my parents or my brother or sister or my friends. I just don't want them to see me doing this. And my response is now, as it always has been, why? If you can't stream for your family and friends because you're not proud of what you're doing or the content that you're putting out there, why should anybody else watch it? Now, some people are just embarrassed on what they do, but if you're embarrassed to show the people that are closest to you and the people that love you and that you love very much, then there's something wrong there, and there's something that you need to overcome before you become a streamer. You might want to think about doing that and working on overcoming that before you start actually streaming. Now, if you're dealing with your friends, and these friends would pick on you or joke you or take clips and show all your friends to bully you or anything like that, I would suggest finding new friends, because those people that aren't going to be nice to you aren't people you should have around you anyways. You might want to go on other channels with games and content creators that you enjoy, chatting up people and everything else, and finding friends. You would be very surprised at how easy you can find people if you just go look for them. Just make sure you're not one of those people that are over on other people's channels promoting yourself. Stop doing that, people. It's the rudest thing that you could possibly do. Now, the next tip is, in my opinion, the most important one that I can tell you this entire day, and is to talk. Talk. Even if you don't have anyone in your stream, talk like you do. Content creators on YouTube and on Twitch have been talking for years, and they have been talking to themselves. Me right now, I'm literally sitting in my office looking at my webcam with a mic in front of me, no one else around me, and no one is there. I'm literally talking to myself, and I'm picturing that the camera lens is actually somebody's eyes, and I'm talking to them. They're just not responding. But it doesn't really matter, because I'm talking. When you are going around and doing things on your game or on your stream or on anything, you need to be talking to try to get into the habit of this. Because when you have 0 people in your room and someone comes and you're sitting there like for multiple minutes, they're going to come in. You're not going to be ready for someone to come into the chat. They're going to write something and you're still going to be they're gonna leave more than likely before you even see that they wrote something. You might have gone up to 2 or 3 viewers and they all left because you're so focused and caring about that game than you are actually streaming. You need to think of streaming as entertainment, and that's what it is. You're an entertainer. That's why if you look at my stream, it says let me entertain you, because that's what you're doing. You're entertaining people. It's not just looking at somebody play a video game, it's their personality. It's what they bring to the table. It's the jokes, it's the funniness, it's the goofiness, it's the awkwardness, it's the everything. You have to talk. And if you are sitting there and you're playing a game, and as you're playing a game, you're actually talking and talking yourself through what you're doing, all of those things are things that people will get interacted with. And when they come to your channel and they see you interacting, you talking and you getting into your gameplay, they're going to be watching you for that entertainment. And it's going to be more engaging than... If this video has helped you out at all, do me a favor, please consider hitting that like button. If you have any extra questions or any additional things that you would like to add, please put them down in the comment section. It would help me. I could make another video explaining more things, or I could just write down the answers or other things down in your comments. In addition to all that, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I plan on coming out with a video on this channel once every single week, and you guys interacting with me by hitting subscribe, hitting that like button, and leaving comments lets me know that you guys want to see more. Wait, is that the end of this video? Wow, that was a little awkward. But anyways, guys, if y'all like this video, this is the very first one on the series. We will definitely be making more every single week. So make sure that you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, you come see us again next week. And hey, Ambro, great job on the edit. If you guys liked it, why don't you leave a comment and let him know.